My sister is a fury. She identifies as a cat, and because of that, she eats only what's left from our family meals every day. Hi everyone. I never thought I'd write something like this, but I need to get this off my chest. My mind, my soul, my heart, and out of my house. My sister is the moon, and I'm the sun. And the sun and the moon collide. People would pass by, and she'd go as far as rubbing herself against the legs of strangers in our town, near the store, saying she was marking territory. I wanted to disappear. People stared, took photos discreetly. Some kids pointed, didn't even ask their parents, and because this girl was clearly pretending to be a kitten. My parents were mortified, but as always, they tried to act like everything was normal. During my grandmother's birthday party, a big family gathering with all our relatives, including the most conservative ones, Luna showed up dressed in a full feline print jumpsuit with ears and a tail. She started behaving like a cat in front of everyone. She meowed and dove into the food face first, claiming that cats don't use utensils. My grandma was confused and asked if Luna had some kind of mental condition the family had been hiding. The most embarrassing moment came when my uncle asked Luna about her university plans. Luna replied in a way that made me cry. She said that cats don't need formal education, that they follow their instincts. My uncles were speechless. So were my parents. Later, they had a serious talk with me. They were devastated because Luna had abandoned all her future plans. She dropped out of her visual arts university in her second semester, claiming education is a right, not a privilege, and that cats don't work, so she'd stop looking for a job. She barely leaves the house anymore, unless it's to follow us and create more reasons for shame. My parents even took her to a therapy session, hoping she'd speak human language with the professional. But when asked questions, Luna responded in meows, saying humans don't understand her true nature. They even tried to threaten her by cutting her allowance. She replied, cats don't use human money. Last night, after dinner, Luna jumped onto the dining table and knocked a bowl of sauce onto the floor. My parents, my younger sister, and I stood there, drained and at the end of our rope. That's when the idea came up. My younger sister, always the most direct in the family, said, if Luna wants to be treated like a cat so badly, then let's give her exactly what she wants. At first, I thought she was being sarcastic, but she kept going. Cats don't sleep in beds. They sleep on the floor or in little houses. Cats don't eat human food at the table. They eat kibble from bowls on the floor. Cats don't use the human bathroom. They use litter boxes. So let's treat her like an actual cat. My parents were silent, but their expressions said, why didn't we think of this sooner? No more human privileges. No more food at the table. No more bed. No more personal privileges. We bought her some cat food, a large litter box, a pet house, and a few toys. Last night, after dinner, we reorganized her room. We removed her bed, desk, bookshelves, and books. Now she has a single cat house, a litter box on the other side, and some toys scattered on the floor. Departure. My sister is a fury. She identifies as a cat and acts like one every single day. It has left our family completely embarrassed. So we decided to treat her like a cat, so she'd know what it really means to be an actual animal. This morning, when Luna woke up and came out of her room, she looked confused. She asked what was going on. My father, with an impressive calmness, replied, completely. Answer me this. Cats eat kibble. They sleep in little beds. They use a litter box. You want to be a cat? Then you'll be treated like one. Luna's expression changed completely. For the first time in a long time, she looked truly shaken. In her room, or rather her new feline environment, she stopped coming down to eat. Hours went by, maybe even 8. Around 7 a.m., she finally came downstairs, visibly uncomfortable. She approached the little dish of kibble, looked at it in disgust, and let out a dramatic meow. Things were clearly falling apart. My mother, firm in her resolve, responded, oh, you're hungry. Good. Your food is right there. In the bowl, Luna stared at us at the table as we ate in silence. Then she looked back at the kibble, and for the first time, there was a crack in her facade. She looked lost, like something had finally broken inside. Cats don't talk, said my dad calmly, as he saw her trying to protest. Yes, we're serious. You want to be a cat? Then you're going to live like one. That's when it happened. Completely off guard, Luna started to cry, but it wasn't some dramatic teenage crying. It was real, desperate. She threw herself on the floor, ironically, like a cat, and began to sob. I just wanted you to understand me, she screamed through tears. I don't know who I am. I don't know what my life means. When I'm Luna Cat, at least I know my role. At least that makes sense. My mother knelt beside her. Why didn't you ever tell us you felt so lost? Luna replied, because you only wanted me to be normal. She took the cat ears off her head and threw them across the room. College, job, boyfriend, marriage, kids. Every time I tried to say I felt different, you told me I was being dramatic. So I became Luna Cat. At least there, I had an identity. In that moment, I felt like the worst brother in the world. We were so focused on the embarrassment. We forgot to ask why. We never asked why. My dad just kept repeating, this is what happens when you get into those trends nowadays, like it was politics or TikTok. But it wasn't. It was just pain, loneliness. Luna cried, I miss my bed. I miss really really talking to you. But when I'm just regular Luna, I feel empty. That's when my younger sister, who, despite being only 10, is sometimes the most mature of us all, said something that changed everything. Luna, you don't have to choose between being a cat or being normal. You can be Luna, the one who likes different things, and that's okay. Luna told us that identifying with something or someone can be a desperate attempt to feel like you belong somewhere, to have a place, to exist. My parents apologized for not noticing sooner, for being more worried about the embarrassment than what was behind it. In the end, we went home, back to the dream house. But we left another home behind, the one that keeps you trapped in the corner of the room, waiting for someone to finally see who you really are. Luna is being Luna. She still meows sometimes, still draws, still retreats into herself, but she smiles, truly smiles. She takes care of herself, and, most importantly, she allows herself to be whole.